This time on Finnegan's Garage, we're taking the Hemi out of Blasphemi and getting it ready for Drag Week. Because it was milkshaked on roadkill. Twice. It's 2 times too many. Alright guys and gals, it is time to win some tools. This 9-piece collection of air tools is from Campbell Hausfeld. It's called the Get Stuff Done line of tools. And it's awesome. It's affordably priced, it has an excellent warranty, and not only are the tools built to last, they're built for comfort. This 3/8 ratchet, the trigger is all the way out here at the end so you can reach into tight spaces. And it's got a reactionless mechanism. What does that mean? That means that this thing, when you turn it on, isn't going to kick back and smash your hairy knuckles, which is nice. The lineup includes a 3/8 reversible drill. It's got a thumb control for forward and reverse for quick bit changes. I like that. It's got a 3-inch cutoff tool. 1/2 horsepower motor. The guard rotates all the way around. Again, it's ergonomic, it's comfortable, this thing works. Lineup includes a right angle die grinder, a straight die grinder, air hammer, great for chiseling stuff off. It has both a 3/8 and 1/2-inch impact gun. Now these are twin hammer designs, they're very powerful. They have 3 forward speeds, 1 reverse. Again, lightweight, which is great for working all day long. And last but not least, a 6-inch orbital palm sander for taking all that old paint off your hot rod. Now these can all be yours. All you've got to do is enter the contest. If you're not already subscribing, subscribe to my channel and Campbell Hausfeld's channel. There's awesome videos on that channel, I promise you. I've made a couple of them already. One of them will be really useful to the winner because it'll explain what size air compressor and what kind of electrical service you're going to need in your garage to run these tools. Now, most importantly, comment. My favorite comment, which could be the funniest one or the one that inspires me the most, that's what's going to win these tools. October 9th at midnight, contest is over. At that point, I start reading. I don't care how many there are, I will go through them all. October 23rd, I'm going to upload a second video. That will announce the winner. And at that point, I'm calling Campbell Hausfeld, and they're shipping the winner the tools. Right now, though, here's an update on Blasphemi. You've seen it on roadkill. You might have seen it in person, failing at the drag strip. I'm trying to fix that. I'm trying to make this thing an actual fast street car. And by now, Hot Rod Drag Week was over, but that's where I was taking it. All this prep work is to go to Drag Week and finish and hopefully do well. Thanks. You're a professional.
Right.
You use professional quality tools every day of your life, so you're used to having high-end stuff. And this is aimed at the do-it-yourselfer.
Right.
It's moderately priced, has a good warranty, but not as expensive as what you're used to. So I'm curious what you think about these as we rip apart my car.
The only way to find out is to start taking the car apart.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Alright, so these are the bolts that go through a pair of rod ends, and this is all that holds the front clip of the car to the chassis. And they're adjustable height up and down. And that's a 1/2-inch bolt with a stover nut. Normally it's kind of hard to break loose. And right now we're going to find out, will the 3/8 air ratchet break it loose, and will it smash your knuckles like a lot of them? Allegedly, no.
Yeah.
Let's find out.
Let's try.
Alright, you cheated. Put it back together.
Oh, you want to see if it will literally break it loose.
You cranked on it before you even turned it on.
That's how you use an air ratchet.
Yeah, but nobody else does that. You're a professional. Think of the guy at home, like me.
All right.
We don't ever do that. We pull the trigger. Guy at home like me, we pull the trigger, and when it doesn't work, we get all bummed out about it. And we go, wow, this tool sucks. So, you've now torqued it. Break it loose with just the button. Nice.
That worked out good.
And it doesn't kick, right?
No, it does not.
It doesn't kick at all?
I like it. I like it.
How's the weight on it?
Only thing about it is the push to turn to reverse it. That's the only thing that's a little bit tricky, but I mean, I think it's fine to keep it from reversing itself when you're in a tight spot. So.
Cool. All right.
of that.
We're out. This is a totally obvious tip, but Ziploc bags and a Sharpie label everything. So thank yourself later. Ready to take the radiator out?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Alright. So 3 speeds forward, 1 speed in reverse. Slide. And 1 speed is all it needed. Here's a good tip. A Ziploc bag and a zip tie make a pretty good cap for the end of a transmission or a water pump. Time to take the Hemi out. Normally I do this with the blower off, so this is kind of interesting. See if we can actually pull it off with the engine intact.
Hitting on something. On the drag link too.
Oh yeah, the drag link's got to come out. Forgot about that. So this is a Tremec Magnum 6-speed manual gearbox. It's got a American Powertrain White Lightning shift plate on top of it. Otherwise, it's stock. It's mated to the engine with a QuickTime bell housing and a Mantic triple disc clutch. They're making 800 horsepower to the rear tires. So I'm guessing the engine's making about 900. And so far everything is held up, but I admittedly have been granny shifting this thing the entire time. So if I want to go faster, if I want to bang shift, this thing's going to have to come out because there's no way it's going to survive. The 2-3 shift has gotten difficult in this trans. When you're wide open and racing, trying to go from second to third is not easy. Everyday street driving, no problem. I don't think I'll have an issue with the new transmission. I think shifting will be alright.
It'd be like butter.
Parquet.
Easy spread.
Country crock.
With Aunt Jemima.
Yeah. Is there gold in there?
Oh, yeah.
Gold in them there hills?
Or brass in that there pan.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is glitter.
Yeah. That is.
Was that pan clean, or is that left
That
over from
pan
the
was-
Firebird engine?
Oh, that pan was clean as a whistle.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just saw, yeah, a little flake. Alright. It's a good time to take it out.
Yeah, just regular fluid service.
Fluid looks bad. Replace the transmission. Alright, this is a Campbell Hausfeld 3/8 air impact gun. It's got 3 forward speeds, 1 reverse, 2-year warranty. Let's see if it will break these 3/8 grade 8 bolts out of the transmission. Oh yeah. This is the old clutch out of Blasphemi. It's a Mantic 3-disc style setup, and it works really well. Pedal feel is like a brand new Camaro. You wouldn't even know that this is capable of holding 1200 plus horsepower. And the reason I have to change this out is it's a 26 spline GM style clutch pack. Our new transmission from G-Force has an 18 spline clutch pack. 18 spline, 1 3/16 diameter, which is commonly found in, let's say, big block Mopar stuff, 4-speed, Hemi car, 440, that sort of deal. There's the 23 spline for the smaller stuff, and then the 18 spline for the monster stuff. That's what's in my G-Force transmission. And it's really hard to find the plastic tool you need to put the thing together at your local parts store, good luck finding one in that size. So we're just going to use an old input shaft out of a transmission. This will save me time of fabricating one out of cardboard or wood or any of the other materials that a lot of people on the internet have suggested to me, which probably work, but this is faster. That right there is an American Powertrain Hydra Max hydraulic throwout bearing, and this is awesome. No more fork, no more mechanical linkage. It's smooth, it bleeds really easily, and the installation is simple. Here's one key that I'll tell you guys about. These shims come with the kit. These go behind it, and these are what set the gap between the throwout bearing and the fingers of the clutch. So we're going to install that on there. We're going to put a straight edge across the bell housing right here. We'll measure the distance from the bell housing to the face of the bearing, and then we'll do the same between the bell housing and the fingers of the clutch. Subtract one from the other. That air gap is the distance. The best way to measure the gap is by using a pair of machinist calipers. And we're using those to measure the distance from the bell housing face to the front of the bearing. We'll get our measurement, we'll subtract the thickness of the ruler there, and that'll give us our number. And then we'll do the same, measuring from the bell housing the other direction to the fingers of the clutch. All right, gentlemen, that is a Gen 2 Hemi. All aluminum, 528 cubic inches, with a blower shop 871 satin case blower, Hillborn 4-port injection, and that is a digital scale. Currently zeroed out. What does it weigh?
760.
What does it weigh?
654.
Boshears is going to be close. It's going to be 690 pounds. Let's find out.
Price is right, Gig.
Dun dun dun! Let her rip. Here we go.
I didn't factor in the bell housing. Crap.
Oh, I forgot about the bell housing. I didn't factor it in either. Oh!
No, you didn't.
688 pounds.
Oh.
690! I saw it. 690. God, I'm good. It's a good day to be me. I win nothing, but at least I'm right about something. Wow. So, that's lighter than I thought it would be, because you figure the bell housing probably weighs about 20 pounds. It's steel.
No, it's more than that. It's probably.
And let's compare. So that all aluminum big block Chevy nitrous motor in the other room
That's right.
is about 575 pounds. This is not that much heavier having a blower on it. And that giant cast aluminum Indy intake.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. This car's gonna go fast someday. Here's our big upgrade. On the right, brand new transmission, G-Force, 5-speed, clutch assisted. What does that mean? That means in first gear, you let the clutch out. After that, game on. Just lift off the throttle a little bit at wide open and bang it into the next gear. On the left is our old transmission, T56 Magnum from Tremec. You had to clutch in every gear. That's valuable time lost every time you got a shift on the drag strip. Our drive shaft is going to have to be modified because the length is a little bit different here, and also our shifter position is different. So we may have to trim our floor just a little bit there.
That's part of hot rodding.
That is part of hot rodding, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is.
Nothing bolts on. I don't care who made it or what it cost. Nothing bolts on. One nice thing about the new trans is it's much smaller than the old trans. so I won't need such a large hump in the floor. In fact, the floor could have remained stock. If you look, there's all kinds of room there. So I'm going to make a patch panel that will bolt in where the old transmission cover went. Shifter position is offset just a little bit there, but we'll be able to make something that will look cool and cover this mess up. I just had to figure out, do I want my plate to go on the floor or do I want it to go on the carpet? If it sits on the carpet, it covers up the hole, but it also won't sit flat. So I don't know, odds are good I'll just make a plate to cover the floor and then go get some new carpet for this thing at some point, although not before drag week. I got bigger fish to fry. This is the old tunnel cover. This thing worked good. My buddy Jeff Davey and I built this thing back in the Hot Rod Garage shop when we were first building the car. And this was great. It was really light. Freiberger made this plate here, which was really nifty. I think I'm going to reuse the boot and probably not much else. But if I ever put a 6-speed back in this thing, you'll go back into service.
I'm seeing final stages.
Happy Friday!
Get ready to go.
I'm having a hell of a day, let me tell you. There's my car. There's a drag strip. This is the one and only night I can try to get a license before drag week. And yeah, blew an O-ring out of my throwout bearing and puked all of the fluid out in the burnout box. So, trying to get parts and fix this before 11 o'clock tonight. Wish me luck. Oh my god, we're gonna need it. But if we fix it, sorry, when we fix it, the car's gonna go fast. I will get a license. Hope you're having a good Friday. I am.
Said Mike, but you didn't say Savage.
Yeah, that would be brake fluid from the clutch.
Yeah, that's not supposed to be there.
Nope. It's supposed to be in the
Paul
reservoir.
Nassing knew the split window was a 63 Corvette.
Up there on the firewall.
Yeah, but with enough brake clean, you
Where
can
it
fix
goes.
anything.
Like a bait 63.
Hey, it's Finnegan. I'm at the drag strip trying to get my license. This video is mostly for my wife because I really couldn't explain over the phone what's wrong with the car. She just knows I need to make 3 more really fast passes to get a license so I can race drag week. So this is for her and everyone else watching. Those are not supposed to look like that. Yeah, that shouldn't look like that. That's what happens when you have too short of a bottom leaf in your 2-spring pack, and then your car wheelies, and then it comes down and it bends stuff. So we're gonna put some longer springs in there, try to bend those back the way they're supposed to be, and get 3 fast 4-mile passes today. Wish me luck. It's kind of loud because of the racetrack here, but you can see that leaf spring's not supposed to be bent backwards like that. And that's our fault. We lowered the car. We took the middle spring out, which was longer. And yeah. Oops. We lowered the car, took these out, left that short one in there, wheelied the car, and that's where it kinked. So we're gonna take the short one back out, try to re-arch that, and install that long one back in there, and we should be okay, as long as it doesn't break. Hey Daniel, what are we doing?
Arching leaf springs at the racetrack. which is not something typically you want to do at the racetrack.
Not normally.
No, but now we got power and we're going fast and around a wheelie and Ben's leasing around.
Note all of the OSHA approved safety gear.
Right.
Flip-flops, reading glasses, blammer. Do you name your hammers like I name mine?
No. I try not to, I don't want to get them jealous of each other. Clamp it down, I want to jump up there.
Alright, don't hit yourself in the face. That's loud. Alright, cooler heads have prevailed. We're no longer going to park a car on top of the leaf spring because we have a trailer jack, which is like a press when you're at a drag strip. Well, we're lifting the trailer, and the spring is not really bending. See that? Fixed. And the trailer jack didn't work. We ended up using a bottle jack and a chain wrapped around this thing, but look at it.
From Woodstock, Georgia.
I know it's weaker, but at least it's the right shape. Let's go racing. Look at that. Fixed. And the real test will be to let it down and see, does it kink again? Alright, go ahead and let it down now. Yeah, buddy. That's what it should look like. Alright, this is the end of this video. We have overcome ridiculous obstacles to get this car to run 9 seconds 5 times in a row. It's unreal. We thought we were done after 6 passes, and it turns out we lost 3 of our time slips, so we had to go 3 more times. We've had leaf springs trashed, transmission out of the car. It's been insane. But thanks to Bo Shears, Matt Nab, my new buddy Steve, this car runs in the 9s. We are filling out the paperwork right now to get my NHRA competition driver's license, and I'm going to Hot Rod Drag Week. And I want to thank Campbell Hausfeld for the tools. They are tested, they work, and they're at a killer price point. You will not regret them, trust me. Whew. I need a beer.